One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Utah Utes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So West Virginia's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback and
breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Mountaineers want to crank the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. So Utah's offense will get the ball for the first time. And we'll get a quick look at one of the early leaders for the Heisman. Winning the award as a running back certainly demands something beyond the normal. He's going to have to put together a stellar season, David.
No, he will. And listen, it's hard for running backs to get this award. Now, it is a quarterback award, but recent years, Ashton Jeanty, you saw him there. But you got to be the catalyst. You got to be the straw that stirs the drink. You got to put up huge numbers. So far, Palmer, he's been a catalyst. He's been great. He's just going to have to keep it going.
And his numbers are pretty good now. I think they have a chance to get even better. When you look at the schedule moving ahead, they're going to have to force-feed him the football. He's going to have to play big in those games if they're going to keep winning. So keep an eye on this guy as a Heisman favorite because he's got that kind of ability.
The offense changing the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Utes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big 3rd down. Unloads to the right, working the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Utes have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Complete to the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Utes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw on third down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's open on the right. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got a man. It's Bond. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys. Into the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
It's first and 10 from the 44-yard line.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running.
Tons of room in the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And there was... Where to go just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Got his man. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Third and goal where the strong come through. DB's right up on the receivers. Pressure coming. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played one quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. Stuff like that, I'll keep trotting them out there.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute that.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. It's complete to the right. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Utes didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll set up to throw. Looking for an open area to his left. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag.
Intentional ground.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach... that they will take the penalty. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting there, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the connection.
They got him the football, but he could not convert. It'll be 4th down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Did he call bank on that one? Off the left upright and good. And the field goal ties it up here in the 2nd quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires left. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry.
West Virginia.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds a tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. They're going to run it. Makes one man miss. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Mountaineers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll try to run for it. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Mountaineers will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. They'll immediately call timeout. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
On to attempt to try. And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit... Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. We're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This time he's got his man. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Looking to throw on first down. Connection to the right. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Working that left side now. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy, might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's take the old country roads on our way back to Mountaineer Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Mountaineers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
The Utes will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got it. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. And the Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Snags it down the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. From the gun, the running back has it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Makes the catch. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. motion from the back. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man on the outside. Defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Third down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most play.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Floats it out in space. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. It'll be third and long. They'll run play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Utes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. He leaves it with his back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
The Mountaineers will punt this one away.
Number 13, on to punt it away.
And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. Touchdown, Utes! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He's looking to pass. It's complete on the right side. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion and pushes the lead to 3. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Kickoff here and all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They went 3 and out the last time they had it. At this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Ready to fire from the pistol. The lone back's got it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, West Virginia. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And at this stage of the game in the 4th quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air on first down. Flips it out in the flat. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Utes with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big third down. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night.
And that's it. Breaking. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it in the middle. It's Bond. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's fourth down. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself. Because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Fires to the big fella. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The quick out. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game.